Hello student, the question says the frequency of an alternating current is 50 Hertz. What is the minimum time taken by current to reach its peak value from RMS value? If nothing is mentioned, we will assume that the current is following a sinusoidal function. So imagine this is the equation of the current. So this is current versus time graph. And we can see, since it is following a sinusoidal function, we can write I is proportional to sin phi, where phi represents the phase of this. And time period, here frequency is given as 50 Hertz. So we can take time period as 1 by frequency. So 1 by 50. So we got the time period as 1 by 50 seconds. Once we got the time period, he is asking the minimum time taken by the current to reach its peak value from RMS value. So RMS value is simply I naught, I peak divided by root 2. Peak value is simply I naught. We can write this as I naught by root 2 is proportional to 1 by root 2 and I naught is proportional to 1. We know current is proportional to sin phi. So if I do that, the initial phase of this would become 45 degree. Why? Because sin 45 degree would give me 1 by root 2. Similarly, with the same logic, we can say if sin phi I or final value is proportional to 1 or equals to 1, we can say the final value of the phase must be equal to 90 degree, because minimum value will find the immediate value. So initially is 45 degree, final is 90 degree. Once we know this is a very important method to solve these kind of problems. So initial value, we got it as 45 degree. Final value, we got it as 90 degree. What's the phase difference between them? The phase difference between them is 90 degree minus 45 degree. So it would be 45 degree. We can convert this phase difference into time. We know time equals to phase difference divided by 360 degree into capital T. This is a very important method to find the time required between two different phases. So we have simply 45 by 360 into capital T. So 45 2 is 90. So I think it is 8 times into T. So it will take T by 8 time. We got T as 1 by 50. So 1 by 8 into 1 by 50. So it would be 1 by 400 seconds. 1 by 400 seconds would give us, let us make 1000 in the numerator and 1 by 1000 in the denominator and 1 by 400. So if we cancel it, we'll get 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 seconds. 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 seconds would be our option 2. Again, I will repeat. If nothing is mentioned, we'll assume the alternate current is following a perfect sinusoidal function. That means current is proportional to sin phi, where phi represents the phase. Using the frequency, we found time period. RMS value is simply 1 by root 2. So from RMS to peak value is simply asking how much angle a trigonometry function sin theta must travel to become from 1 by root 2 to 1. 1 by root 2 would be equivalent to 45 degree. 1 would be equivalent to 90 degree. The angle it has to travel is 45 degree. Using that, we have solved this problem. Hope you understood how I have solved.